Hello everybody and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. Today we are going to be building another armory. The other day we built one, but we built a very basic one, and I told you guys that I would go ahead and maybe see about building a little bit more of an advanced one for you guys. So let's take a look here. Oh, I do have my buddy in here, Absolute. He's flying around, just looking around. So the other day we built this one, very simple one. You could get 4 items all together. You could get armor, or you could get weapons, or you could get both. Told you guys I could build something a little bit more advanced. This one right here is an individual item armory, so you can pick and choose what you want. Now you can extend this infinitely. I built this just for the purpose of this. I got 10 different items that you can get with this system that I have set up. So 10 different items. Like I said, you can extend it infinitely on either side. It doesn't matter. It all comes down to how much work you're willing to put into it and how much you really need or feel that you need on your server. So to get this started, basically any button that you push here, whatever the image is going to pop out. So say for example you want a diamond sword and an iron pickaxe. Okay, now it does take time because this flows through water, but it's going to come right down right here. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and give it a second here. There you go. There is the iron pickaxe and the diamond sword. So you can push all of them if you wanna. You can put. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna overload the system, I guess you could say. I mean, whatever you need. Now, the nice part to this is, compared to the other system, is if you take in your chest plate needs to be replaced, you can easily just push chest plate and replace it. If your sword needs to be replaced, you can push sword and replace it. If you want an iron axe instead of a diamond axe, go ahead and use it. Whatever you need, you can grab. There we go. Without having to worry about pushing one button and getting all 4 pieces of armor when you really only needed a chest plate. So to take a look at this, you're going to need quite a bit to get this started. This is the entire system that I have set up. I have it elevated way up, and what I like about this type of a system, it's very hard for people to get in up here. In order for them to get in, they have to come from all the way down here to go all the way up there. Hey, Audacity. So, I'll talk to you about that later there, big guy. Anyways, so with this is a very complex system, but not really. It's pretty easy. I'm going to go through and show you guys how to do it. So what we're going to need for this build, you're going to need basics of redstone torch, a repeater, redstone itself clearly, hoppers, buttons, whatever block you're using to build with. I use chiseled quartz because I think it looks awesome. Chests, droppers, water buckets, or a water bucket, item frames if you want to label everything. Then you need your weapons or tools and your armor that you're going to be filling it with. So to get this started, basically you want to build where you want this to come. It needs to be 3 blocks wide. So if you go 3 blocks wide, dig a block down. The reason I dig a block down is just so that way that water stops, okay? Now I like making it look nice. So there we go. That's where it's going to stop in right there. Now, you build straight up however high you want to go for your first level, okay? Now, I built this one with 3 levels. The reason I built it with 3 levels is to show you that this really is infinitely extendable. Instead of starting way back here, I could have started way up here and just kept on adding hoppers or droppers all the way throughout, up through the levels, and just changed it that way. So, let's take and say this is how high we want it. Okay, we don't need to build it quite as high as the other for the tutorial. We just need the basics. So you set it up however far you want it, as long as it will run off the back. Okay, I'm going to take it up just 2 levels because that's all we really need. And then we're gonna basically wall this in. So we're gonna come down, give ourselves a nice 3x3 platform to work with, and then we're gonna come back one. And the reason we're coming back one is to put our droppers. So, oh, huh, terrible. So, let's take our droppers, put them in place. Now you can place them right next to each other, facing each other. Man, what is going on right there? There we go. You can put them right next to each other, okay? I like to put them up one because then, just like with the other one, it allows your chests to stay separate up on top with the hoppers and that, and not have to worry about that. So, let's place another block dropper on top. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Dropper, dropper, block, block, dropper, dropper. Okay. Now, I like to make sure everything's going to stay walled in because your water's going to go everywhere if you don't. Now you test it, make sure that your water goes all the way down to the bottom, but you don't put it on top of it. You put it in there. And there you go. So it goes all the way down just like it's supposed to. Now we fill the droppers. Well, no, fill the droppers at the end. I'm sorry. So we're going to go ahead and break these two blocks here. Break these two blocks here. Now you need these two blocks here behind it. You don't need all the rest of these extra blocks. So I like to take them out just because it keeps the design looking decent. Place in 2 pieces of redstone here on each side. 1 piece, I'm sorry. And then you're just going to build straight down beneath each of these. So we're going to take and build straight down from here. And same thing here. Oh. And here. Terrible fail right there. And here. Now, we're going to bring these up so that way it's level with it. Oh, right here and right here. Okay, so now each of these is going to run a little differently, and the reason I say that is you're going to go ahead and run redstone torches to each of these. Okay, and then you're just going to go down a level and run your redstone torches beneath them. Same thing here. And the reason you're doing this is it's the easiest and most space-saving and efficient way to get your redstone signal to travel up without having to build a staircase of redstone. This allows a lot easier use for getting that signal to go just straight up. So, that is the basics of getting that redstone signal up to where it needs to go to get the droppers to drop what they're doing. Now we're going to build a wall right here. Okay. And this wall is where we're going to place our buttons for the whatever you're going to take. Now you're going to run a redstone signal. Well, you got to put a repeater going into each of these blocks. Okay. Now you can go underneath if you want to. Hey, Courtney. You can go underneath if you want to keep yourself from spending a lot of extra repeaters. I almost said comparators. Wow, terrible. And that way you're able to keep the signals separate from each other. So if we go straight here, and I'm going to actually bring this one up a level. The reason I'm bringing it up a level is because then you can put your buttons here, and it allows you to put carpet like I did over here. Now I did have the buttons like staggered and all good looking and everything, but then I couldn't place the carpet on the ground, so I changed the design to where it's like this. Now you can have the buttons facing each or touching each other, that's fine. It's not going to really change the concept of the build. So we're going to place a repeater there. We're going to place more blocks. Oh man, look at this. Terrible. I'm going to place redstone there and there. And then we're going to place another repeater there with redstone coming off of it. Now, to keep these signals separate, we're going to place repeaters here for now. And then we're going to go ahead and run redstone from this one to the next one. Now, to do that, we're going to go up a block to come over, or we could go down a block to come over, which probably would be best, which means we need to change how we're doing this. So we're going to run redstone to a repeater here. Then we're going to run redstone here. Oh. Repeater. Redstone. Down. I love working with redstone, let me tell you. So we need to keep the signals separate, so we got to bring that one up. We're going to go down here. And then we're going down a second level. Tying that one in. And then we just need to run from here. Now, there's two different ways you can do this. On these side ones, it's easy. You can just run a repeater this way, going into your redstone, or you can go straight redstone. Okay. So this first one is running from here, straight out. Okay. So when we take and we push the button here, it lights that up. That's what matters. We're going to run our redstone, just connect the signals. I mean, there's no specific way you have to do this. Your main objective is to connect this one of these buttons to one of those. One of these buttons to one of those. One of these buttons to one of those. So you're just connecting them all to here to where they're going to do what they need to do. Now, it doesn't matter if these are different, because ultimately when you push a button, it's going to change them enough to where it's going to make the dropper go off sooner or later. So that is not going to change anything if you have one off on a level and none of the other ones off. So we can run repeater. We're just going to make this as simple as possible, going into a block with redstone. We're going to place a block there to keep the signal separate. Over to this one here. And that'll take care of that one. And then we need to run the redstone signal for this one yet again. This is a side one, so I'm going to make this one easy. We're going to just run redstone this way. Now we need to keep these ones separate, so this one being the last one, we're just going to run it this way. Now clearly that's too far for redstone to go, so we're going to place a repeater in the middle, and we should be good to go. So to check it, we can put something in here and make sure that that one works. So that is the last one going to this end dropper here. Let's put a diamond helmet in there. Push the button. Make sure a diamond helmet pops out somewhere along the line there. Did it work? I hope it worked. Why didn't it work? It might not have been far enough. There we go, it worked. I don't know why it didn't work the first time, that's weird. Maybe some redstone lag there. That's kind of weird. So anyways, moving on. So that's how you get the redstone part of this to work. Now the rest of it's very similar to exactly what we've done before. We're just going to place a hopper, 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 hopper with your chest. And then you just can fill it up however full you can get these chests. So that way it continuously fills and you're good to go. That is as simple as it is. You don't need any more complexity to it. And then you can take and run this as long as you want. It doesn't matter. It's not going to change the build other than how big your wall is going to be and how much redstone you're going to need to do it. So that is pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you do have any questions or comments, please make sure to put them down in the comment box. Please do like and subscribe for more content just like this, and we will see you guys next time.